What's up? It's y'all favorite lesbian YouTuber. Y'all know who it is. My. Let's get it poppin'. So, I'm about to tell y'all the story where I started getting homeschooled. So, yes, I've been homeschooled for 3 years. When I was younger, I kind of flunked 3rd grade. It was really really hard for me, you know. It's because I'm the type of person that gets bullied for how she looks and what she wears and how she acts. So that's pretty much. So it all started when my mom kept getting called from the school and I was getting into fights. I got expelled for 3 schools, and it was really bad because everybody knew they didn't know what grade I was really in. As I got older, I've been doing a lot of bad things when I was younger, and how I start smoking, start drinking and everything else. So yeah. And that's when my mom started to homeschool me. So homeschool wasn't bad. It was just that your parents get too aggressive and it freaks you out that your parents is teaching you basic stuff that you have already learned in school. So they don't know where your academics are at or your level or anything like that. But it was crazy. So me and my dad and my sisters and everything else, we when my dad found out that we get homeschooled, it was determined that he took us and everything else. And so we got into a real school. But I was a fighter. I'm a fighter now, and I was a fighter then. And from me being that fighter, I'm always getting in trouble, always getting suspended, everything else. I don't do that now, but okay, I'm not bad as I used to be. But if you piss me off to the point where I'm mad and stuff like that, of course you gonna get that attitude and selfishness and aggressiveness for me. You don't know, you don't know me. So yeah. So I started getting bullied even more. I even went to teachers, and every time I came home I was always upset in my room and everything else, just really upset. And it was really bad because we've been going through some things. My mom, we grew up in a bad state, so we didn't have much. We used what we had, we always cherished what we had, and so on and so forth. So as me growing up, I had to grow up faster than I expected. As me being the oldest and getting suspended and everything else was my attitude was I don't care. It's me as a person, and I don't care what people think of me and everything else. But I was giving the wrong intentions and role model and everything else, and I just felt I'd rather been home than school, because school was annoying, and it would just be really dumb and everything else, and it was annoying. So that's when my mom decided to homeschool me. And then as I got homeschooled, I got smarter and more free, I wasn't bad, like, it's my mom. Like, no. And nobody's bothering me, and so I just, like, homeschool was the best thing for me. But a couple years later, when I found out I had to go back to school, like, the horror, like, seriously. I was just so upset that I had to go back to school. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get bullied, I'm gonna start crying, I'm gonna go really mad and everything else, and stuff. But it wasn't like that. It wasn't that bad, because the other school that I had to go to, they had to figure out my real grade, because I've been homeschooled all my basically 4 years or 3 years of my life, since I was younger. So they had to figure out my grade and everything else, and I was like, I'm in a 5th grade now. So I'm in a 5th grade, everything else, and I meet this nice person, and we talk, everything else, and she's actually really fun and everything else, and we just started getting really, really close. Yes, back then I had a girlfriend, and her name was Cameron, and she was really, really sweet. I went over her house twice, and stuff like that, did some stuff and everything else, everything like that. So, I liked it there, but it was kind of weird because, she just started getting me in trouble for some reasons, and I was just like, okay, well, so I've always been a teacher person. Like, I always like to sit next to the teacher, like right there next to her desk and everything else, because people like to bother me for no reason, and it was like bad. So I mean, like, why? I'm just like, why? At first I thought I was always the girl that was always gonna get in trouble because she was sitting next to the teacher, but it wasn't like that. It was to keep me from trouble, because every time somebody did something to me, the teacher knew I would be right there and, handle it. But, it wasn't that bad. But that's how I got homeschooled, and everything that happened to me to get homeschooled, and, basic things like that, So it was just like that everyday life that I was experiencing at home was from school. And, I still got suspended here and there. I was not no good at teachers until I actually grew up. So, it was just common sense. I don't know. Well, so, yeah, I mean, pretty much. So if you didn't know I was homeschooled, or if you have ever been homeschooled, please like this video and give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, please comment below and tell me if you ever been homeschooled, and did you like it? Was it scary, or was it weird just to be next to your parents? Because it's always weird, so yeah. But you were watching Mermaid. Bye. Your favorite YouTube? What is going on with me? I can't do this. This is your favorite YouTuber. No, it's actually a lesbian YouTuber. What the fuck?